It's lights out and we're racing in the sprint here in time, and a brilliant launch by the factory Ducati reigning world champion Marc Marquez, who toughs it out on the brakes with Marco Bezzecchi from pole position into turn one. Marquez then leads here. Marquez it is though that leads halfway around this first lap. They're coming in now to sectors 3 and 4, where Marco Bezzecchi has been so good, and he is proving it right on cue. Bezzecchi hits the front for the first time. He's through on Marc. As Marquez goes on the inside, that's really aggressive on the inside from Marc Marquez. He does take the lead. Pedro Acosta further back, dive bombs Ralph Hernandez for third.
Marc Marquez then leads Bezzecchi a little bit wide though. He opens the door for Marco Bezzecchi. There are two different lines, so Marc will now get the run out of turn 3, but Bezzecchi back in front.
Pecco Bagnaia is going to get Bezzecchi down! Marco Bezzecchi has his third crash of Sprint Saturday. It's all gone wrong at the worst possible time for Marco Bezzecchi. Pedro Acosta now goes on the inside of Marc. He made that move on Ralph Hernandez to get on the podium on the last lap. He runs it a little bit hot. Marc dives back to the inside line.
37 behind 93. We've already seen Pedro Acosta attack Marc once into turn 12. He's now going to attack for a second time. Pedro Acosta up the inside of the reigning world champion, and he forces him out of the way. Shark
attack incoming, and this time around, is it a successful attack? Can he hang on? Oh, they go side by side. This is the action we have missed. This is why we love MotoGP. Marc Marquez got the slightly better drive as Acosta ran a little bit wide, compromised his exit, being so aggressive on entry. Now Acosta, we know how good he is in this 9, 10, 11 section. We know how good he is on the brakes into this final corner. He's going to be close enough to strike again on Marc. Marc leaves his braking as late as he dares, but Acosta just goes with a full block pass. That's not going to work out. Runs in hot again. That's 3 times though now, isn't it, that he's passed Marc Marquez at turn 12. Acosta continues to pile the pressure on Marc here. We're coming in front of one of the big stadium sections. He can almost reach out and grab the rear arrow on Marc's GP26. Surely there is another raid, another attack coming from the Shark then now. He's trying to take another big chunk out of Marquez into this final corner. He levels Marc in the braking zone. He's got the inside line. Marquez can't turn in. Who can pick up the throttle better? Who can get the drive good? Acosta once again just about holds it over the line, but Marc powers back through.
Acosta, is he going to try again into turn 1? But once again, Acosta did lead Marc Marquez over the finish line. I think Pedro Acosta might know now that's what he's got to do on the final lap. If he's behind Marc Marquez, he's just got to try and nail him into that final corner, because the finish line is right on the exit of it.
The final corner. Whoa, that is fighting fire with fire. Pedro Acosta, he's an uncompromising character around the outside going through turn 7. You just can't do that. Elbow to elbow, knee to knee now into 8. Acosta leads here, lap and a half to go of an instant classic sprint.
Acosta going for the element of surprise. Surely not even Marc Marquez would have seen that move coming. So now it's Marc who has to go on the attack.
Who is going to come out on top in this epic battle? Marquez comes from a long way back. So far back. Incredible.
Look at Ralph
Pedro
Hernandez
Acosta gets pushed out to the car park almost. Marc Marquez super aggressive on the inside. How many times they passed each other in that final corner? Final lap on the way. We don't want this to end. We want this to be 130 laps, not 13. But Marc Marquez then now leads.
Marc Marquez is going to take the checkered flag first there to Pedro Acosta, but we might not have heard the last of this.
MotoGP, we love you. Marc Marquez has to drop one position. Marc Marquez then on his dashboard has to drop 1 position. That's it. That is it. Pedro Acosta is going to be the first sprint winner of 2026. It will be his first sprint win. A major talking point. Controversial maybe, the drop 1 position. Yeah, he's doing it. He's going to slot into second place. Pedro Acosta then it is that will take victory in our first sprint in 2026. It was an all-time classic. What a way to start MotoGP in 2026. The greatest motorsport show on earth is back, and some. Back with a bang here at the Chang International Circuit. That was 13 laps of absolute, pure, unadulterated tension and drama. That sprint had absolutely everything.
It's not a Grand Prix, So I guess in the strictest sense of the word, he still has to wait. But he has a gold medal round his neck. And after a toe-to-toe with Marc Marquez, it's Pedro Acosta who is your first sprint winner of 2026.